Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 5 of The Expanse. I got hooked. That last episode really sold me on the show. I feel like I feel like the first 4 episodes were like kind of big storytelling episodes, which is fantastic. Exposition is great. A lot of it didn't make sense until it started to make sense, if that makes any sense. And I'm really enjoying getting to know these people, and it's a little like rough to like kind of keep up with everything and really figure out what's going on sometimes. And like there's other times where it's very obvious what's happening. I will say that they faked me out by thinking that Havelock was dead. They really got me with that. I feel like the pull to the chest really should have killed him, and the fact that he was like lying on the ground in that angle, I don't know. I feel like he should have bled out, but if he's alive, and that's fantastic. Now, Shed like lost his head and he's definitely dead. I don't like that that rhymed. Anyway, like I don't think that there's any coming back for him, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, I don't know if he was instrumental to the story or not. I feel like if you were going to pick somebody that you're like, okay, if we're going to lose somebody in this group, this is who it's going to be. It was probably going to be Shed. Yao blew up the Donager. She sacrificed the ship and her crew to destroy whoever attacked the Donager, the Canterbury, and apparently Phoebe. So we think. Lopez does mention that the tech that they were using, the group that has attacked the Donager, is a little too high tech for OPA. So they don't think that it was OPA now. So I don't know if that kind of clears Naomi of being OPA, or now if she's going to be accused of being with this other group of people. Lopez is with our crew, and hopefully him and Holden can get along well enough to like get to where they're going, which I think they're probably going to end up trying to go to Phoebe. That seemed to be something that was mentioned quite a bit, and Phoebe is a moon. The station there was attacked, and apparently like there was a cover up because everything was destroyed. Now, the way Lopez was describing it though, it kind of sounded like at the beginning of the first episode when Julie saw that thing eat that person, whatever the blue thing was. See, that's the thing, is that like they show something and then they never explain it, which I know at some point it's going to come back, but it just seems like it's like that was cool and now it's gone. Hopefully, like we're gonna learn more about that. And maybe it's related to Phoebe and what happened there. So really, the question I have is, who actually attacked the Canterbury, the Donager? It's obviously not OPA. It's obviously not Mars. Could it be Earth? Somebody from Ceres? Somebody from another moon that we don't know about? Who's going to benefit by starting a war between Mars and Earth? Is really, I think, the ultimate question. Now, Mars was suspecting Naomi as this OPA terrorist without any proof. Holden was not okay with that. And they were asking Holden to recant his statement and to actually, him and the rest of the crew, to be witnesses that Mars had nothing to do with the Canterbury. I think they probably would be okay doing that now that like this has gone down and like they've seen Yao sacrifice the Donager, and that the people that attacked the Donager were not from Earth, they were not from Mars, they were not from OPA. There's all these places where they're not from. And I really think that that would help so Earth and Mars don't go to war, because we hear Christian say that, you know, because of Mars' actions, she knows that they weren't responsible for it. We see Ceres, you know, they're painting graffiti with Holden's face and it says remember the Can't, and like they killed Havelock and said remember the Can't. So it's like it's not out there that Ceres and Earth know that Mars didn't do this. It just seems to be a government thing, but you know, you have Holden's voice projecting on Earth and Ceres saying it was Mars. So I would hope that he could recant his statement. Yeah. And Miller kind of investigates this corpse that he found that was kind of related to Julie a little bit. Like it looked like a dating profile. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'm on too many dating profiles. That's what I immediately see. I don't know. Anyway, he finds out that there's implants all over in the corpse, and that the name that this guy was going by changes every time he runs them through the computer, and that he's a data broker and probably knows something about Julie. So I mean, it seems like Miller is really hell bent on finding Julie and finding out what happened to Julie. And we're introduced also to Mr. Johnson, who's building a ship for the Latter-day Saints, which is a very odd sentence to say. But he's building the Nauvoo, who he even states that he wants to find out where the Donager is with that ship. I don't think the Latter-day Saints are going to be getting that ship. I think maybe they bankrolled it, but he's going to take that ship. That's just a hunch. That might not be true, but I just feel like he's not a man that you mess with. And there's a ends to his means, or means to his ends. Either way, he seems to be a man on a mission. And he's played by Chad Coleman, who is Tyrese from The Walking Dead. And it's nice to see him again. It's like seeing an old friend. All right, guys. I'm really excited to kind of see where this is going now, which I'm getting giddy. Like, I'm like, give me more of the story. I want more. I want more. But they also do a lot of cool shit on here, too. So I want more cool shit. I want more story. I want to really sink my teeth into the meat that is The Expanse. All right, guys. Let's get into it. Oh, so we're going to start off with Havelock. Good.
You're an idiot. Nice to see you too, Mother.
He got stabbed in the chest. You're going to call him an idiot? Maybe he was talking to the wrong people, but he's not an idiot.
I told you I was going there too.
Please tell me this is just a get-well present for yourself. Man, the next spike's gonna go right through your skull.
Yeah, coming from a real fountain of police wisdom. You know, look the other way, take your bribe, do as little as possible.
Hey, you see any extra holes in me, pal?
Wow.
What's the name of the scumbag that paid you to lure him down to Medina?
Passion fonza come.
Bad.
Oh.
You put your hands on her again. And you see how fast I get out of this bed, Miller.
Miller's such a dick. But also, I hope that, like, she's on the up and up. Like, I hope Miller's wrong. Oh. Who's bleeding? Is that Amos that's bleeding?
Did you get enough sleep, Princess?
Chris.
Do you know what you're doing?
Damn it! Just hold him still.
They've got to have something that they can shoot in him for pain, right? If anyone could take it, it would be Amos.
Just give him the shot.
Which one do I use first, the antisep or the... Solves that.
He'll do anything for it. I don't blame him. I feel like none of that really needed a doctor.
Good as new.
Cool.
And no one knows that we're alive.
That's right.
Then who just sent us a message?
How is he high as a kite on pain meds and he could tell that? Interesting. Henderson Station. 11 years ago. Okay.
This is Anderson Station.
Henderson Station, this is UN-1. Are you ready to surrender?
Survivors of the Doninger. My name is Fred Johnson, Director of Operations at Tycho
Hey!
Station. I can help you.
He shouldn't have been able to track us, but he did.
Well, I say we fly to the nearest Mars base and turn ourselves in. We'll just roll up in a stolen Mickey Corvette with a dead Martian in the trunk.
Wait, Lopez died?
We're the only survivors from the Canterbury and the Donager. We look like terrorists.
Yep.
You can't trust Fred Johnson. We all know what he's capable of.
That was like 10 years ago. People change. The Martian said you were OPA.
I vote no.
I vote yes.
We gotta go somewhere.
He's gonna agree with Naomi.
Amos.
I'm with you, boss.
Okay.
We're not going anywhere.
How did Lopez die? Well, it's like I don't know who's dead and who's alive half the time. Seems like a very dangerous place for Miller to be.
Remember the can.
His name's Filat Kotari. Lokagriga Maso.
Does Miller know yet?
You didn't show it here. Anubis. Show me this, ship's flight path.
If he resists, take him out. And if he accidentally falls out an airlock, that's life.
Okay.
Anubis.
Anubis.
Have you seen the footage of Havelock and Cathari? Planning on doing anything about it?
Yeah, I was planning on hunting the guy down and killing him.
Right after you find your little rich girl, shake down her daddy for a big payday.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm listening.
You know that memory crypt that we took out of that stiff?
I'm glad he's finally telling her this.
The Anubis left Phoebe Research Station and it was headed for Eros.
What do you think is on this Anubis?
Something worth spilling a lot of blood over.
Maybe this is above your pay grade.
Ugh. Ow.
I don't think I can do it, huh? I don't think I can crack the case. So I'll do my pathetic best.
Yeah, Octavia, that was kind of a dick thing to say. I think Miller just wants somebody to believe in him.
We're not giving up control of the station.
So is this the thing that Mr. Johnson...
Rama, I need you to listen very carefully. We do not negotiate with terrorists.
That is Mr. Johnson.
Think about your children. UN command out.
Okay, maybe Mr. Johnson's not that great. I don't know what to think.
If we surrender now, it's as good as killing our own children.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure Mr. Johnson was on the other end of that communication to the Henderson station. Still can't believe Lopez is dead.
You know I'm an engineer. Show me drive diagnostics and core levels.
Is the ship AI?
Why not go to Tycho if we got nowhere else to go?
Oh. Amos really does want to, but he
I
wanted to
always
back up
back
Naomi.
your play because you always do the right thing.
Yep.
But usually I can figure out why.
It's not the place, it's the man.
Fred Johnson?
I've known guys like him. Guys with causes. Causes that get people killed.
Uh-oh. Is it real coffee? Tofu.
Tell Fred Johnson to clear us a berth.
You talked Naomi into it.
With our track record, we'll probably get Tycho blown to smithereens, too.
He's not wrong.
What's worse, he's not even remorseful.
Wait, he knows where he is?
How would you know that?
Because as we speak, he's in an OPA safe house. He believes he's under my protection.
Looks like Miller might have a friend.
Earthers get to walk outside into the light and see something that gives them hope. And what do?
Trash it.
They see the stars and they think, mine. Earthers have a home. It's time Belters had one too.
Telling you, I've been Team Belter since the beginning.
Sounds like a bribe. I haven't asked you for anything.
He might, though.
Yet, Julimar was one of ours. I want to find out what happened to her just as much as you do. Go get your justice, Miller. Make it pretty.
For Havelock. Let's do this. It's gonna help him get to Julie. And get revenge for his partner.
We're issuing our unconditional surrender. Copy. UN-1, please respond.
It all centers on accusations that the Martian government was responsible for the destruction of the Canterbury.
Yeah, they need to recant their statement. Well, Holden does. And they need to be witnesses that Mars had nothing to do with it.
What's up?
Hey.
Always gonna see his face next to the graffiti.
Well, partner, it's gonna be kind of hard for you to stay anonymous now. Let me know if you want your face to look a little different.
Amos can help you with that. Happily. Ugh. Okay, but who is that?
You never asked the girl down at the docks if she was looking for some drilling work?
Oh, it's that guy.
She stayed down in the mines, breathing the same poison air as those belters. She was helping kids who lost their parents, folks who choking on the blood in their lungs. Only time I did see her cry, these belters at a rally. I told her, "You're one of us now." You admire her. She was hanging around some hardcore OPA.
Like?
Henderson Dawes.
Where'd he work out of?
Come on, he'd kill me if I told you.
He's already dead.
You should have protected her. But you didn't.
Easy, Miller. Goodness.
4 days ago, the miners working for the Henderson Hyosung Corporation took control of the station in an effort to protest the treatment of our children. This is my daughter, Kiri. She and the other children have been diagnosed with what the medics are calling hypoxic brain injury.
Oh.
It's due to the low oxygen working environments. We just wanted to be heard for the sake of our children.
And was that Fred Johnson that did that?
Anderson Station is secure. All terrorists have been subdued.
They weren't terrorists.
Well done, Colonel. Well done.
The Butcher of Anderson Station.
You have my solemn promise that you will not be harmed, and you will be granted safe harbor on Tycho. Since you've chosen to remain anonymous, I can only hope you have no hostile intent. Regardless, you will need to change your transponder code in order to avoid detection.
I don't know. I don't know if you can trust him. It's nothing like the murder of a lot of innocent people to make your judgment change very quickly.
Transponders are designed not to be tampered with. We could be a supernova a few seconds from now.
Well, we won't have to worry about Tycho, will we?
It's fair. Well, luckily you have like the smartest person in the solar
Please give
system
the
on your
a
ship.
name to complete the override.
Screaming Firehawk. Yeah, let's advertise that we're a gunship. Rocinante. Huh? It's Spanish for
workhorse. I like it. I knew a lady named Rocinante. She was good to me.
I bet she was. Supernova or bust? I'm telling you, Naomi comes in clutch. Still don't trust Mr. Johnson. I don't know if it's Colonel Johnson. Colonel Fred Johnson. The Butcher of Anderson Station. What is he gonna do about Havelock's attempted murderer assault guy?
Looking for a Sherpa. Ah, sas.
The rat in Julie's apartment. Or the mouse, whatever it was. I was wondering what was up with that mouse running on that wheel. Really random, but I was wondering if Holden found the coffee beans. Aww. I forgot he had a family. Oh, he did find the coffee beans. Oh, best cup of coffee I ever had was in Italy, and I'm just gonna say Mars ship, probably not a good cup of coffee. Probably better than what he's had. Huh? What are you worried about, girl? I want to know what was on the chip. Oh. Well, okay. So, Lopez is dead. I apparently, people just die in the middle of a fight. That sucks. I was really hoping that we'd get a more of an interaction between him and Holden, and kind of like a little bit of a, I don't know, a mystery being solved as to who is attacking these ships, the Donger and the Scopuli and the Canterbury and Phoebe Station. And I thought maybe it was going to have something to do with Anderson Station being attacked, but then I quickly realized that it's actually Fred Johnson that's doing it, and I was excited for him at the beginning of the episode. And now I think that he is a mass murderer, and I'm not sure how to feel about that. Especially because they really do make you feel bad, because it is people that just wanted better working conditions and they were protesting and they were considered terrorists. And I'm really glad that, the Marama got his message out with his daughter, but then it shows him floating in space holding his daughter, and that's so heartbreaking. And it like shows Fred standing there, and it doesn't seem like he's very remorseful about what he did. It doesn't seem like he's happy about it either. Like he's just kind of blank. So he's very hard to read. And in the last episode, he was very easy to read. Like you could tell that he was pissed off, and you could tell that he was trying to intimidate the Latter-day Saints guy. And in this one, both in the message that he sends to, what's the ship that they're on? Tachi. And the message that he sends to Tachi, like he's very like official-ish kind of, but he's very blank. It's really hard to read then, and he was also very hard to read after he sends them the message about changing the transponder, which they changed the name of the ship to the Rocinante. And I thought that was really cool that Amos was actually really happy about it. Like he's like, workhorse, I like it. Him and Holden actually agreeing on something is kind of crazy. I really did like that Holden and Alex wanted to contact Johnson while Naomi really didn't want to. And it's, she seems very worried when she's lying on the bed, kind of everyone else like is enjoying a drink, whether it's Mars whiskey, I'm assuming, or a cup of coffee. She's kind of lying there kind of worried. She says that she knows men like him, so that's a little bothersome, but I'm pretty sure she might know him and he might know her. I don't know. I feel like I can read this show and then it's just like, no. Why are you trying, girl? Why are you trying? But they like also show Holden that he's kind of famous. I don't know if you want to be famous for starting a solar system war, but yay, Holden. And then we start the episode with Havelock being alive, and him having his relationship with the prostitute. He seems to care about her a lot. Like he's willing to fight for her, which I think is sweet, but her intentions had better be well-intentioned, because he's a good person. I don't want to see him get used. That's no good. But we see Anderson give Miller the information as to where to find the person that assaulted Havelock, and we didn't do anything with it in this episode. I don't know if he's planning on it, because he still goes and he's still investigating Julie Mao. He finds the guy that she like beat up, and I mean he seems like he admires her. It's a possibility that he loved her. And we kind of get more insight on her, and she's kind of selfless. Like she really wanted to help the people who were in the mines, and it made me kind of think of Anderson Station, and I don't know if they were one and the same or not, but that he even says like she has to take anti-cancer drugs for the rest of her life. And the only time she cried was when the Belters said that she was one of them. And as somebody who is very much pro-Belt, and I want the Belters to have their freedom and their independence, like, I think that that's a beautiful thing, is when, you know, you are welcomed to the ranks of the people that you're fighting for. When you're considered one of them, it's a beautiful thing. Miller does open up to Octavia about Julie and kind of his working of the puzzle pieces. And she like kind of says like that's above your pay grade, and saying that, you know, he should take it to somebody who's higher up. He takes that very personally, and I think it's especially coming from her for some reason. They have a very estranged relationship. I think he probably would just like for somebody to believe in him, and especially her. I think that would really help him a lot. And he kind of is throwing away all the information that he had on Julie, and then he's like, you know, I'm gonna go see about this guy, Sherpa. Because the guy, I guess we're just gonna call him Bitsy or Sherpa, was a data miner, like he has all these chips lying around, and you know, you see Miller kind of give up for a second, and then he sees the mouse. And I was like, I thought the mouse was really interesting when it was in her apartment. I was like, what the hell is that thing doing? And there is information that is inside of that, and he puts it in his hat and then gets kidnapped. So we'll find out next week. Hopefully they don't realize that that chip is in his hat. It's the first time that I'm happy he had the hat. It's hideous. I hate it. Thank God he had it. We didn't get anything with Christian. Probably a lot next episode then. So now, I guess our crew is on their way to Tycho to meet up with Mr. Johnson, which is pretty interesting / terrifying. I don't know what he wants. I don't know what his angle is. I'm really curious if there's going to be a bit of a confrontation about Anderson Station and his reputation. I always want to trust people, but again, I trust no one until they've earned that trust. Okay, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I'm normally really good at going like, oh, I can guess what's coming. I have no idea. I'm telling you though, I'm really into the show now. The last 2 episodes for sure have really sold me. Like, I'm invested in these people. I'm liking Amos more. I'm liking Holden more. I like still have love for Naomi. Alex is great. Nothing much from him on this episode, but you know, I'm hoping for more. You know, I'm warming up to Miller a little bit. I'm really interested in getting to know more of these characters and kind of more of like what makes them tick, and like I think we're getting more depth to everybody, so I care more, which is always scary because the more I care, the more it hurts when we lose them. And I assume that we're going to lose people. Okay, so like, subscribe, go to my Patreon for full-length reactions, and up to right now 1 episode early. Hopefully in the future 2 episodes early. We'll see. I'm going to try to get them out there, but I've been releasing these once a week. That seems to be pretty good for my editor. He's bleeding from the fingers trying to get everything edited for me. I appreciate you, Xander. Thank you very much. Other than that, you can head over to my Instagram, Funny Little Gal Reacts. I will be over there. You can talk to me about content if you'd like. Sometimes I post stupid shit, fun shit, just shit. Either way, it's a good time. I have fun. But other than that, I'll see ya.